Hello and welcome, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, dogs and cats, chairs and table, and all the fish at sea. It is I, the OGGM, broadcasting live from Site B here at a small island off the coast of Costa Rica, or Ventura, California. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. It's the 27th day of January 2023. The Hasbro OGL fire keeps on burning. No matter how hard we try and move on to other topics, it seems to find a way to come back and dominate the news. And you know things are big when this is one of the number one top trending stories in the United States. This right here. So I guess let's get to all the OGL Hasbro news. But first, let's take a look at what's going on in the rest of the tabletop role-playing game world, because I assure you, there's not a lot, but there are. It's going into, surprisingly, spring, which means Q1 should be over soon, and we should start seeing the results of Q4, which means, amongst other things, we're going to start gearing up towards convention season, which means we should start seeing some new and exciting product hitting the market, especially with this new resurgence of creativity. So I'm very excited to see what's going to come out of all this OGL nonsense that we're going to start seeing nominees for Game of the Year and Product of the Year. My vote's still on Mothership, but we'll see if maybe Modifius or Free League knock something out of the park again, as they tend to do. Speaking of third-party product, friendly local game stores are recording a record number of sales of things that aren't D&D, as more and more people are coming forward and saying, I'm done with Dungeons & Dragons. I'm boycotting D&D. I'm unsubscribing from D&D Beyond. I'm selling off my stuff. Paizo has reported unheard of, unprecedented sales for Pathfinder 2nd Edition. Multiple people have approached me saying, dude, run Pathfinder 2nd Edition. And I'm like, I don't own it. And I'm not going to buy it till they finalize what they're doing with ORC. Why would I buy Pathfinder 2 if there might be a Pathfinder 3 coming out post ORC? So I'm going to wait. I've already owned Tronos and Trolls. Meanwhile, Castles and Crusades. Trollord Games, recording unprecedented sales the past couple days because of this OGL nonsense. Other third-party companies are recording sales. And you know what? You know who is still standing on the top of the heap, still going, hey, we're still here. We're still number one. We still unprecedented sales of Call of Cthulhu. When in doubt, play Call of Cthulhu. The system is just amazing. Well, actually, when in doubt, play superheroes. What if you can't find superheroes? The Call of Cthulhu system. Okay, we got that out of the way. Let's go to the damage. First and foremost, of course, we have the survey that came out last Friday in regards to what we think of OGL 1.2. And let's just say Wizards of the Coast is shocked they're not getting the responses they wanted to get. They've posted multiple apologies and multiple posts on D&D Beyond and their Twitter and their Reddit and their other things going, oh, hey, wow, guys, we see that maybe you're a little bit more upset than we expected. Hey, wow, we're not getting the kind of responses we thought we were going to get. Oh, hey, wow, we see that you guys are really passionate about this. So we're taking it to heart. You know what we're going to do? We're going to extend the end date of the survey. We really, though, you guys really matter to us. We want you to know that everything you're telling us really matters. And how did Wizards of the Coast tell us that they felt really what we did really mattered? Well, they posted a meme on D&D Beyond and on their Twitter and on their Reddit and on their Twitch. The meme said, what Wizards of the Coast is like for the guy working there over the weekend, or something like that, or the guy who has to read the DMs over the weekend. And the picture was of a door and a paladin, and coming through the door was Tiamat. And the caption was basically, the paladin is the Wizards of the Coast employee that has to deal with all the DMs over the weekend. And Tiamat is us. So Wizards of the Coast is basically jokingly saying, much like they do with Thaco the Clown, that they picture us as a evil, multi-headed dragon, and they're the one lone paladin trying to stop us. So that's how Wizards of the Coast sees the thousands of you who have responded. As of last count, we're looking at 10,000, if not more, responses to the survey. Current count, 60,000 and growing accounts canceled from D&D Beyond over the weekend. Hundreds and hundreds of DMs and letters and surveys responses. And Wizards' response is, hey, we hear you. We understand. We're not seeing the results we wanted, so we're going to extend the survey. And by the way, this is how we picture you, our concerned fan base. A giant five-headed embodiment of evil dragon, and we're the one lone guy. Okay, so yeah, that's what Wizards of the Coast sees of you. But if you haven't taken the survey yet, it's still up, and you can let Wizards of the Coast know what you think about OGL 1 point nonsense. Moving on. Hasbro stock has dropped again. It has dropped another 4% over the weekend since last we spoke. And it looks like it's going to go into a bad weekend this weekend as the shareholders are, stewing the shares. So, yeah, I've already lost $5 since the last time I checked per share. So, yeah, that's not good. Yeah, down 4% since last week and continuing to drop. Hasbro announced they're cutting 15% of their workforce, about 1,000 jobs. Is this have anything to do with us and the Wizards of the Coast and Magic the Gathering? Well, they say that those are being laid off because fourth quarter is performing, and we're seeing a 9% decline in this year-to-year revenue for 2022, 2021. Whoa. Hasbro said Wizards of the Coast division is doing well, but it could do better. And, mid toys and stuff didn't do as well as we wanted, which is why we want to, monetize D&D more. So we're going through a transformational change to reducing the cost and increasing our growth and profitability, said Chris Cook. Chris Cook, the guy who said, I don't need to play Dungeons and Dragons to understand Dungeons and Dragons. So over 1,000 jobs, 50% of the Hasbro force going to be cut. Where is that 15% going to be coming from? Well, how about right here? How about right here? Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and of course this one right here, the most important one, looking to replace the head of creative of Dungeons and Dragons, with a brand new head of creative. Gee, who's the head of creative of Dungeons and Dragons? Why isn't that Jeremy Crawford? 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Wow. Who said they were looking to replace 30 jobs at Wizards of the Coast? Me. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52. Looking to replace 52 jobs at Wizards of the Coast since the last time I checked this 2 weeks ago when it was 7. Now it's 52, and the number one again is head of creative. Head of creative. That's you, Crawford and Perkins. That's you. 52 jobs. Hasbro's looking to lay off over 1,000 employees, but Wizards of the Coast is looking to replace 52 people, which is weird because Wizards of the Coast has a standing population of full-time workers of around 30. So yeah, and look where most of that money's going, guys. Look where most of that money's going. How much of that is going into D&D? How much are they looking to increase D&D? 1, 2, 3. 3. How much are they looking to increase digital? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and counting. 10, 11, 12. Blah, blah, blah. This is all digital. This is all for the video game. This is all for D&D Beyond. This is all for the VTT. This is all for the future of the hobby, which is going digital. Oh my God, I can't believe that they are once again doing exactly what they said they're doing. So 1,000 people losing their jobs at Hasbro, but 52 people are getting new jobs at Hasbro. I wonder where some of those thousands of people are going to be coming from that they need to replace 52 jobs at Hasbro, including, once again, this guy right here. This guy right here. Head of Creative, Dungeons and Dragons. You could apply for that job right now. I'll post the link if you want it. There you go. If anybody wants to apply for the job to replace Jeremy Crawford or Chris Perkins or whoever, or Gary, whoever they're going to throw, or Greg, whoever they're going to throw under the bus after the next round of D&D nonsense. But there you go. That is all the tabletop role-playing game news. Now let's do some damage control. Let's do some damage control. And if we're going to do damage control, we got to see our goddess. Well, our patron saint. Oh, Hello Kitty, patron saint of merchandise, who we do appreciate. Please take a moment and help us with our damage control in regards to the nonsense that is perpetuating around what's going on with Dungeons and Dragons. So again, over the past 7 days, I have had 3 conversations, including 1 face-to-face conversation, and received multiple links to videos, including multiple videos from one individual who I will not name, trying to perpetuate the myth that you are not going to be able to play Dungeons and Dragons anymore, that Hasbro does not want you to play D&D anymore, that they hate you, that they're persecuting you, that the orc is all about hate, that the OGL is all about hate, that we're going to come to your stores and come to your houses and stop you from playing D&D and take away your books. And let me assure you, again, that is not what Hasbro wants. They are not going to stop you from playing D&D. They can't stop you from playing D&D. They don't have the manpower to fulfill that Orwellian idea, nor do they care. You already bought 5th edition. They already made their money off of you. They don't care. They're not going to stop you. Game stores are not going to stop you from buying 5th edition, because that's money in their pocket. Nobody is telling you you can't play D&D. Please stop spreading this. This situation is hard enough on all of us. It hurts all of us so much that we please just need to stop it. Nobody can stop you playing D&D. Nobody's coming after your stuff. Nobody's going to persecute you or hate you. Okay, bare minimum. Let's break it down to the simplest words. And these should be things that everybody can understand. All right? 2023 is the last year Hasbro is going to make Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition product. And that's it. That's all that they've said. Starting in 2024, they're going to release a new edition of Dungeons and Dragons. This should not be a surprise to anyone because we've been playtesting it and we've been talking about it for about 5 years. 5 years. So what Hasbro is saying is January 1st, 2024, we're done making 5th edition product. We're done supporting 5th edition product. We're going to make 6th edition product. If 5th edition product is still out there, we will continue to sell it because that's money in our pocket. We want people to continue to make third-party 5th edition product, but you're going to have to jump through these hoops, which is what the OGL nonsense is all about. And we really want people to make stuff for 6th edition, which is coming out in 2024 when we stop making stuff for 5th edition. But to make stuff for 6th edition, we want you to jump through some hoops, which is what all this OGL nonsense is about. Bare minimum. Bare minimum, Hasbro is not saying, stop playing D&D. Stop giving us money. Hasbro's not coming to your house. Hasbro's not burning your books. Hasbro is not persecuting you. Literally, I'm sorry to inform you, Hasbro does not care about you. You do not matter to Hasbro. You have already bought 5th edition. They have your money. Now they want your 6th edition money. So nobody is telling you you cannot play. Speaking of play and cannot play, of course, we got to address the Critical Role elephant in the room with the announcement of the huge Amazon deal that Critical Role signed over the week. We will be seeing a 3rd season of The Legend of Vox Machina. We will be seeing several one-shots. We will be seeing The Mighty Nine as an animated series, which is more popular than the Legends of Vox Machina, and according to the Critical Role fans. We will be seeing some other projects coming out of this conglomeration between the mega power that is Amazon and the Critical Role folks, including possibilities of a video game, possibilities of a movie, possibilities of seeing the Calamity turn into a movie, one-shots. They're talking about doing a horror thing. They've got a lot of stuff, and Amazon is the kind of powerhouse to give them the implication that they need to move forward with the evolution of Critical Role, their publication company and their production company. What does this mean for Critical Role and D&D? Well, unfortunately, as of yesterday, they really still can't say anything. If you watch the most recent interview with Matt and Marisha, you could tell they want to talk about it, but they can't. But they make enough hints and segues to make you think that they are supporting the OGL Open D&D. And really, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, there is absolutely no offer Hasbro can make on the table that would be worth it for them to stick with Hasbro right now. This is Amazon money. This is a worldwide audience on Amazon Prime. This is Jeff Bezos money, guys. Top 5 production companies in the world. Top 5 companies to work for in the world. I mean, say you can like them, you can hate them. Legends of Vox Machina is making bank. Critical Role IP product is making bank. Mercer fulfilled his contract with Wizards of the Coast to write stuff for them. Lock, stock, and barrel under the new production company. He and Marissa and Travis own everything that is associated with Critical Role. They're, in all but name, cutting their ties to Wizards of the Coast. Apparently, I've been told if you watch Campaign 3, with each episode, Mercer is more and more cutting away the umbilical cord to Wizards of the Coast connections. Names are being changed. Items are being changed. Oh, Steve brought me a ball. Anything that is in the Critical Role world that has any connection to D&D is being cut out. Being somebody who understands the industry, understanding what it is Amazon is offering them, and especially going forward, and we're going to talk about that in a second, even though we have gone a little long here. There's nothing that I can think of that Hasbro could offer them other than merchandising. And they've already got merchandising deals with other companies. So I don't see what Hasbro could offer Wizards of the Critical Role to stay loyal to them. Plus, if Mercer did take a knee to Hasbro and can continue to support them, I would think the fan base would see that as a huge FU and turn on them Meanwhile, Amazon is offering them everything you would want, including the two biggies: merchandising, syndication. Merchandising, syndication, where the real money is. And it's giving them complete control. So, yeah, I'm sorry if you're expecting Mercer to save D&D for you guys. I 90% don't see it happening. I don't see what Hasbro could offer them that would be any way, shape, or form close to what Amazon could offer them. Plus, again, I think that fan base would turn on them if they did stay loyal to Wizards of the Coast. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't see it happen. Maybe I'm wrong. Again, please do not threaten members of the Wizards of the Coast staff. Please do not post threats or hate things on the emails or the Twitters or YouTubes or the Reddits or whatever. Leave the staff alone. They're FU'd enough right now. They're all just biting their nails and hanging on a razor's edge, wondering how Hasbro's going to come after them next. They do not need third-party idiots, forgive me, out there attacking them and posting things and saying things like, we're going to kill you and stuff like that. Please stop. Please stop. Please leave them alone. And in our final bit of tabletop role-playing game news for the week, a Dungeons & Dragons TV show has been announced. It will be an 8-episode show premiering on Paramount Plus sometime next year. It'll take place in the same universe as the D&D Honor Amongst Thieves movie is taking place, which is the Forgotten Realms light. It may continue the story of the movie. It may take place before the movie, but they have said it is going to take place in the same thing in the movie. It's on Paramount Plus. So that should be the first sign that there's not a lot of hope about this. Because, Paramount Plus is really knocking it out of the park in production programs. It is an 8-episode. 8-episode. Now, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, I may not know a lot about much of anything, but I do understand how Hollywood works. I do understand how TV works. I do understand how the industry worked, having grown up in North Hollywood, having grown up in and around the industry, having worked in the industry for 16 years. So I'm going to tell you right now, 8 episodes of a series is not good. On Paramount Plus, again, not good. Now, let me remind you, Hasbro has a huge $30 million plus deal with Netflix right now. Why would they go to Paramount Plus for their TV show when they already have the $30 million plus deal with Netflix? Netflix has exclusive rights to Power Rangers. Netflix has shared rights for Transformers. Netflix has exclusive rights to Peppa Pig. Netflix has exclusive rights to My Little Pony. Why take your 8-issue show to Paramount, the other channel? Second, more importantly, 8 episodes. Do you know what 8 episodes means in Hollywood? Basically, bottom line, in order for a series to even be considered for a second season, much less and much more importantly, syndication, pay attention to that word, you're going to hear me say it again, syndication, bare minimum is 13, maybe 12 if they know it's going to be a hit. Maybe 12 if they know it's going to be a hit. But bare minimum, a series has got to have first season 13 to be even considered for a second season and syndication. But OGGM Firefly. No, Firefly was still in production when it was canceled. Firefly had a contract, but that contract was cut because it wasn't making the money. Production has always has the option to go, look, you're not making money. We're going to discontinue the show. But Firefly was still in production. Firefly still had a deal for bare minimum. There were still scripts. They were filming when the news came down, if you remember. So, yeah, 8 means that Hasbro isn't expecting it to do well. 8 means they're hoping that it makes them enough interest to generate at least one line of toys. 8 means that, well, worst case scenario, we remake what we lost and we can just, put it on a DVD in 2 years and just say, whatever. I mean, this is a show that has been in development hell since the late 90s. The D&D television show has been in development hell since the late 90s. How do I know that? Because I remember talking to Eric Bress and other individuals at a Starbucks in Studio City about the movie and the TV show because they knew I played D&D. So that's how long it has been in development hell. 8 episodes means nothing. Now, best case scenario, it makes enough money by the end of the first half of the season. Because remember, TV is cut into 2 seasons per year. Those 8 episodes make enough money, garner enough reaction that Hasbro will greenlight the back door for the second 4. And if the back door for the second 4, which equals 13, makes them enough money, then Hasbro will greenlight a second season of the D&D show and hopefully start talking syndication. Keep that D&D money rolling ad infinitum. But OGGM, syndication isn't a thing anymore. I dare you to go onto any streaming platform and not find a TV show that has not been running around for decades. I dare you to go any place in the world, turn on to normal access television, flip the channels, and not find I Love Lucy, Batman, Star Trek, what are the big ones? The Brady Bunch, Bonanza, any of these shows that have been running forever. Somewhere on the earth, syndication is happening. Look, here we go. I mean, here's Hulu, Buffy the Vampire. Syndication is where the money is for a TV show. That's how a TV show really makes its money, by going into syndication, because that's 100% profit. So that's what Hasbro wants to happen to the D&D show. But by making it 8 episodes and putting it on Paramount Plus, they're basically saying, yeah, we don't think this is going to succeed. But if it does, then we don't think it's going to succeed. So for anybody out there who is counting on the D&D TV show to save the hobby, sorry, it's probably not going to happen. But I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm an idiot. Remember, I could be wrong. Multiple articles are coming out about how this is the end of D&D, how Wizards of the Coast has killed D&D, how D&D will cease, be done. And you know what? It might happen. I'm guaranteeing 90% likely Wizards of the Coast is gone by 2027. But what? So what? You don't need Wizards of the Coast to make D&D product. And you don't need Wizards of the Coast to play D&D. Hasbro could shelve 6E tomorrow, take the loss on the movie, cancel the TV show, stop producing anything related to Dungeons and Dragons, which I can't see any reason why they would, and you can still play D&D. D&D will still be out there. D&D doesn't need Hasbro, doesn't need Wizards of the Coast, doesn't need anybody's permission. We're not fighting over the fact that you can or cannot play D&D. We're fighting for other things. So again, please stop spreading these rumors. Please stop hating on people. Please stop attacking people because they want to defend, a job that they've had for 20 years and a life, and a hobby they love. This isn't about Hasbro coming to your house and taking your D&D stuff away or telling you can't play. You can play. You can play D&D. All Hasbro's saying, again, in closing, is guess what? We're not going to make 5th edition anymore after 2024, which is there anybody surprised that after saying we're going to make a new edition in 2024, that they are now saying, well, you know, that old edition, why should we make stuff for it anymore? We've got a new edition. Is there anybody out there going, oh, wow, I'm totally shocked that they would do that? All right, let's leave our comments and then let's have lunch. Cal says hi. Cal says, at least they picture us as a powerful beast. They picture us as an evil beast. Cal's Need More Cowbell says they're not going to need staff to make those quarterly 5e splat books. Just saying. Nope. That staff is 90% digital. You don't need many staff to reprint third-party stuff they confiscate via the new GL as their own with the little freelance art tacked to it. True. Anybody who signs that new OGL is risking having their product blatantly stolen from them and giving Wizards of the Coast free permission to reprint it anytime they want, in any shape they want, in any form they want, and not pay you a dime. So yet another reason not to sign the OGL. I wonder who the 5 heads of the customer base Tiamat are. Oh, it was the OSR, because we're just all evil and we just want to destroy anything that's good about D&D. Yeah, comments. Thanks for the comments, guys. Thanks for sitting in, guys. I hope you appreciate it. If anybody wants to apply for the job and take Perkins or Jeremy Crawford's job, the link is right here. If you want to, sign up for a job at Wizards. Remember, they're replacing 52 people. So if you've ever wanted to go work for Wizards of the Coast, those jobs are all up. They're all stationed in and around Washington, except for a few in Canada and a couple overseas. Yeah. 1,000 people losing their jobs, but Wizards of the Coast looking to replace 53 people. Stock down. Multiple articles talking about how Hasbro is killing Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah. I'm going to sing the Doom song. Doom, 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 doom. That's it. Thankfully, that is all the tabletop role-playing game news we have for today. That's 32 more minutes that I didn't want to waste talking about this. But stay with me from our regular scheduled Minecraft nonsense and another review of Survive This Vigilante City later today. Meanwhile, thank you for taking part of this. If you appreciate this content, let me know. If you never want to hear me talk about this topic ever again, let me know. I did tell you last year that it's going to be the year of Wizards of the Coast, whether we like it or not. If you hadn't had a chance to subscribe, please take a moment to subscribe to the OGGM Adventures. It costs you nothing, and it means everything to me. Help me reach my impossible goal of 1 billion subs by the end of 2023. Obviously, I know I'm not going to hit 1 billion subs, but it's good to have an impossible dream. Remember, this is my job, so consider supporting the OGGM Adventures and help me make that money to feed Steve. And the best way to support the OGGM Adventures is to buy my merch. I have four brand new products up at Big Geek Emporium, exclusively only ever available on Big Geek Emporium and under $3. And I just think it's very interesting that everything I published last year on Big Geek Emporium, somebody else has done a version of for a way more money. I did my slime thing for $1. A couple of days later, I saw a Kickstarter for a slime thing, and the guy was winning $50. And I'm like, dude, give me $1. Here's the exact same thing. So yeah, why buy those guys stuff when I'm doing the exact same thing for much less? And thank you to each and any one of you who are inspired enough by my craft to try and make your own craft. Yeah, merchandising, where the real money is. Till next time, I appreciate each and every one of you, but now it's time for you to get off my lawn, you damn kids!